Hello guys, welcome again to my channel. Nandito ako ngayon sa dito lang sa sala namin kasi inabangan ko yung completion rites and the recognition ceremony sa school ng anak ko. Yung grade 10 si Chloe. Ito sa Facebook. Nila-live kasi nila eh. Live lang kasi alam niyo na ay wala virtual lang ngayon. Or naka-live yung nila, yung program nila. Ito, may na lang, may 11 minutes, 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So, ito, nag-aabang ako ngayon. Walang magawa. Nasa Pilipinas sila. Ako, nandito sa Bahrain. So, malayo. Pero, kahit malayo man, at least may may mga bagay na pwedeng i-connect natin sa kanila kahit malayo sila. Okay? So, ito lang ako. Manood lang ako sa live dito sa Facebook. At timing nga din pala ngayon dahil off ako, walang pasok. Kaya mapanood ko yung video nila sa Lapu-Lapu City sa STEC, Science and Technology Education Center, Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. Okay guys, so wala eh. Actually, ito yung program sana na uuwiin ko yung time na magbakasyon ako na hindi natuloy. Dahil nag-start na nga noon tayo yung time na yon yung pandemic. May ticket na ako. Ready na ako, ilang araw na lang sana. Inabutan pa ako ng lockdown. Kaya March yun, di ba? March, April, May, June, July na ngayon. So ngayon pa lang, July 29 ngayon. So at least ngayon, makita ko pa rin dito sa sa live dito sa Facebook. So dito na ako, nakaharap na ako sa harap na ako sa laptop. Okay, so i-share ko na lang yung mga clips dito kung ano yung program ng anak ko. Kaya ingat. Salamat sa pag-subscribe, at sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, paki-click yung subscribe button dito sa baba. Okay, salamat guys. Ganun tayo mga OFW, malayo tayo sa pamilya natin. Pero kahit malayo tayo, at least may mga paraan na pwede tayo makakonect sa kanila kahit malayo tayo. Magkaiba man ang oras natin. Okay, so ingat-ingat sa lahat. Huwag mo nang lumabas. Salamat.
Like a shooting star, I will go the distance.
To film a top-grade video, she has the proper skills. With the beauty and the brains, she has the strongest of wills. On a sea full of stories, she brings out the tide. If you knew her like we did, you'd be brimming with pride. This is Chloe Nicole L. Borja, most likely to direct an Oscar-winning film. Once again, this is Chloe Nicole L. Borja.
The 2019-2020 completers. Borja Chloe Nicole Ligan, with her parents, Mr. Sammy and Mrs. Catherine Borja, and her brother Casey Andre Borja.
Let's now witness the awarding of medals and certificates to our junior high school completers.
After 4 years of hard work, pressure, and sleepless nights, you will now reap what you have sown. The awarding of medals and certificates to junior high school completers. To start with, Borja Chloe Nicole L. with high honors. Chloe will also receive a medal for academic excellence from STEC JHS GPTA, another medal for Outstanding Performance Award in Communication Arts, and Outstanding Performance Award in Science, certificates for High in Verbal Linguistic Intelligence, and Exemplary Performance Award in ICT, and a Seal of Excellence Award for Exemplary Performance in the National Career Assessment Examination with a general scholastic aptitude of 99 plus.
Now, let us lend our ears to the words of gratitude coming from one of the fruits from the seeds that our parents and teachers cultivated for 4 long years and for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, with high honors of batch 2019 to 2020, Miss Chloe Nicole L. Barha.
My fellow completers, here we are, at home. If you told me 10 months ago that we'd be having a virtual ceremony, I'd laugh in your face. I'd be like, huh? Pag-show ito na makaon? But now that it is here, I'm not laughing. Instead, I'm learning something. And that's what I'd like to share with all of you today. Honorable Junard Ahong Chan, our beloved City Mayor, Dr. Wilfreda D. Bongales, CESO 5, our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Cardad C. Labe, our STEC founder, Mrs. Rebecca P. Toreng, District 5 PSDS, Dr. Rowena G. Sagarino, our school principal, STEC faculty, parents, schoolmates, and guests. A pleasant afternoon to all of you. Honestly, this isn't quite the ending I expected. The vision in my head was of the usual fancy STEC ceremony. You know, that one with the red carpet, the fancy lights, and the cocktail dress you bought just for tonight, and the goodbye hugs I'm sure everybody wanted. But that's the thing, right? Not everything in your life is gonna go the way you want it to. Life doesn't care. It doesn't care whether you had amazing plans for your completion ceremony, or whether you already bought a dress, or whether your father was planning to come home to attend both you and your brother's completion ceremonies. And that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. However, does the manner of our ceremony lessen the value of our awards? Certainly not. After all, success isn't in the diploma. It's in you. Junior high is like climbing up a mountain, always asking, are we there yet? That's grade 7 and 8. But by grade 9, when we've stabilized our foothold somewhat, junior high was a breeze. And then by grade 10, it was much easier. We ran and ran and ran and then crashed. There was actually still a mountain in front of us, senior high. And I kid you not, when I finished senior high school, I'd still use the same metaphor. Only by then, that mountain would be college. And then upon finally graduating from college, the next mountain would be work. And after work, the next mountain. And then the next mountain. And then the next mountain. Whatever mountains you'll encounter in the path you chose for yourself. The thing is, we'll never run out of proverbial mountains in our search for success. We will have tons of goals, tons of aspirations, and moments when we think we have it all, that we made it. But there is no end goal. When you complete a goal, you make a new one. And that's life. Because the winners never stop. And my fellow completers of batch 2020, we are winners, aren't we? My friends, we didn't come this far to only come this far. Our teachers at STEC made sure of that. And as our STEC founder, Ma'am Labe, previously said, don't settle for the minimum. However, before we focus on the future, I think we need a little blast from the past. The only thing I can say, it's thank you, Pink. And no, I don't mean the singer, I mean the color. For it was the color pink that in one way or another is the reason I'm here. You see, back when I was a kid, I loved the color pink so much. I was obsessed with it. From my shirts, skirts, pants, bags, you name it. Even my underwear was pink. I was your typical girly little girl. My mom used to say that when she washed my clothes, she'd get dizzy of all the pink swirling around. And what Sec and Pink got in common? Well, you're right, it's their uniform. One day, a little 4-year-old girl was walking down the road in front of Steck with her mother when she saw two girls in white and pink uniforms walking down the pedestrian lane. And immediately she said, I look a nice pink illa uniform. And the rest is history. So once again, thank you, Pink. And oh boy, am I glad I was obsessed with it back then. For if I wasn't, I wouldn't have met all these amazing people in my life today. LDV, now is the perfect time to relax and look back on everything we've accomplished so far in retrospect and give ourselves a pat on the shoulder. Today, we get to laugh at the things that made us cry. We can laugh at the tests we had no idea how to answer, the assignments and projects piled on top of one another, the looming deadlines, and most especially, 10 minutes. LDV, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And this, for me, is my favorite part of every journey. It's when we look back at our problems and laugh. And that even if it went south and not the way you wanted it to, it didn't define your entire existence. Trust me, no one is going to remember that one time you had 0 in math. For one failure is but a tiny molehill in front of your mountains of success. However, is it really success when you've reached the top? And is my giving this speech considered as reaching the top? Well, the definition of success varies from person to person. There's no be-all and end-all recipe defining success. We all have mountains to conquer, but I cannot tell you how to scale yours since I'm on my own mountain, just across the valley. I don't know how to climb yours nor which better path to take. Only you do. So don't go wasting your limited time living somebody else's dream. Search for your own kind of success. Well, for me, success wasn't the 15 seconds of euphoria being proclaimed the top of the class, nor was it the opportunity to be up here and present a 10-minute speech nobody will even remember after today. No, it was a confidence boost that told me that, wow, Chloe, you actually have it in you. The realization that I have what it takes to get what I want geared me up to be more ready and capable to handle life. And I'm happy. That is my own kind of success. And who are we to thank for this success but our mentors? I, in behalf of the completing batch of 2019 to 2020, express our foremost gratitude to the people and institution behind our successes. My friends, on the count of 3, let's all say thank you. To our teachers, we will never forget you. Miss Gail, your smile is really charming. Thank you for being so approachable. Sometimes I wish we've met sooner and you didn't enter STEC during our last year, as I know we would have made great memories together with LDV. Miss Jazz, I think it suffices to say that you are the most easygoing teacher I've ever met in my life. And that's not a bad thing at all. You connect with the students in a way where you're like our fellow peer, yet still demanding respect as our teacher. We haven't been under you for that long, but it is enough for me to say thank you for being my teacher. Mom Reina, I really love science class with you. You have so much you want to teach us, and your passion shows. Thank you for your patience with us. I know we haven't been exactly the most behaved class, yet still your kindness prevails. And I will forever be part of the Ma'am Reina fan club. Reynatics pa rin. Ma'am Christy, I admire your fire and spirit. Though I may be taller than you, your character is larger than most people I know. We learned a lot from you, ma'am. I hope you know that. And your voice, as you call us, darling, will forever be in our hearts. Ma'am Joan, thank you. You make learning math easier than it really is. Your trust in my editing skills flatters me and inspires me to do more. So thank you for that. Ma'am, your chill persona is infectious, and I'm sure everybody else will also say the same. Ma'am Anjao, hi ma'am, we miss you. Hope you're doing well there. I will forever remember you as a fun yet strict teacher. Two words that shouldn't go together, but when it's with you, ma'am, it just feels right. Honestly, I didn't like AP back then, but when I met you, I learned to love the subject. And even during afternoon discussions, sleepy hours, I always did my best to listen to every word you had to say. So thank you for that, ma'am. I know you'll get to touch more students' hearts there, just like what you did to us. Ma'am Verezo, thank you for your patient and motherly nature. You showed me that blood relation is not a prerequisite to family. As you lovingly ask about our day, pat our heads, or braid our hair and ask how we are, we're constantly reminded that you care. And for that, thank you, ma'am. I can never think of any teacher more motherly than you. Ma'am Decca, we miss you. You're so near yet so far. We were so sad when we heard you wouldn't be teaching us for our last year. But that's okay, since we still got to see you during investigatory project contests. And still, you look as beautiful as the day I met you. Ma'am, your smile also makes me smile. And ma'am, did you know, back when I was in grade 7 and not yet that bagag now, I was so scared to talk to the other teachers. But with you, ma'am, it felt so natural. So thank you for that, ma'am. Ma'am Lu, musta? LDV misses you. Did you know, ma'am, our nickname for you was Mama Lu, and you certainly live up to your nickname. When I first met you, ma'am, I thought you were pretty strict, but then I found out I couldn't be more wrong. The one thing I'll miss most about you, ma'am, is your honest and funny remarks. I wish to be as witty as you when I grow up. Thank you, ma'am. Sir Jay! Hi, sir. I'll miss your jokes and iconic lines, sir. Especially the slide back in 7th grade when we had drafting class. Though I know I haven't been the best at your subject, sir. You know that. Please know that I appreciate you for teaching us so passionately. And we could really tell that you love what you're doing. And wherever you might be going in your next journey, I know that the people there will come to know what exactly I'm talking about. Ma'am Nancy, hi. I am so glad that you were our advisor for 3 years. It's pretty rare to have chances like this. So I guess you could say LDV and you were meant to be. Char. Ma'am, I never thought I'd get to joke around and be close to the teacher like I do with you. I forever hold our memories of our chica moments in the library deep in my heart. I learned so much from you, ma'am. I hope you'll never forget me. You'll always be the second mama to LDV. Ma'am Della, how to be you po? Your beauty doesn't fade. You're like fine wine, getting better as the years go by. You don't get mad at us easily, though there are plenty of reasons to. You showed me that patience is really a much needed virtue, and I thank you for teaching me that, ma'am. I will forever remember it. Ma'am Segarino, thank you for your trust in LDV. And, sometimes I don't think we deserve it, but nevertheless, we appreciate it. And I still smile when I recall how you always call me Inday whenever we meet. Thank you, ma'am. Our teachers, thank you for all the memories we've shared together in junior high, whether it be happy or sad. because through those, we've discovered more of ourselves and learned from our past mistakes. To our family, words cannot express how grateful we are for guiding us, reprimanding us when needed, tolerating us, and loving us. You've all witnessed our growth, back from when we still kind of walk without your help, to today when we can walk on our own. To my Borja family in Siargao, thank you for the memories in the short time I was there. You guys helped me grow spiritually. I wish you'll see each other soon. Tito Boogie, Tito Ayan, Mami Bibi, Tita Karen, Tita Sally, Tito Chess, and my other titas and titos, and my cousins, thank you for supporting me. You don't know how much your little words mean to me. I might have just smiled and laughed, but deep down, it really made an impact on how I view life. Mamu, thank you for letting us use your house as our research headquarters and for always making sure that I eat well. I wish Jimban was still here, but I know that he'll be happy with what I've reached. Dear Kuya, thank you for tolerating me and for letting me use your computer when I have to edit videos. Love you. Ma, Pa, thank you for everything. Ma, I'm sorry I may be headstrong sometimes, but please know that I know that you only have my best interests in your heart. I will always be your little girl, no matter how tall I grow. Your best friend in grocery shopping, clothes shopping, or simply window shopping. I love how you notice my little offhand remarks and remember them. It shows me that you care. And I know deep down in my heart that when the world is turned against me, you'll be the only one on my side. I know it's cliche to say this, but I think you're the best mother in the world. Not because you're the only mother I have, but because I really do think so. Pa, thank you for your hard work there in Bahrain. I know you really look forward to seeing me up on stage in person. Me too, but times are tough, and I guess we'll make do with video calls. Stay safe, Pa. You're doing a great job as an essential worker. You've sacrificed so much for us, and that makes you the best father to me. You're helping so many lives, and I wish to be like you when I grow up, where my actions can help somebody else's life. Ma, Pa, I love you. And I will do my best to give you guys a life you deserve. No more LDR. Most importantly, thank you, Jehovah God. Without you, all of this wouldn't be possible. Thank you for the guidance I didn't know I needed, and for the love that I feel every day that I am alive. Lastly, LDV, let us not forget to thank ourselves, for it was our efforts that brought us here, that made us deserving of our awards, that made us smile and say, I did it. LDV, say it with me. I did it. LDV, I know we've only been together for 4 years, but I wish to be together with you guys for 10 more, 20 more, even 50, or if possible, our whole lives. I know you haven't been exactly the open type of person, but for the first time, this is my heartfelt message to all of you. I am glad you were my classmates. To Jasper, whose mind is so sharp yet still thinks his ideas aren't worth much. You're wrong, Jas. You are everything you can and will be. I know you'll be a great public servant in the future if you wanted to. Who knows, we'll even call you mayor, I bet. To Josh, the joker of the class. Shuang, you matter. And your jokes too, sometimes. You're one of the few people I know who isn't quick to anger and is extremely humble. So humble to the point that you'd even doubt yourself. Please don't do that. You are greater than you think you are. To Patrick, the only thing I can say is, sana all. This boy is so smart. He even memorized all the capitals of the world when we were just in grade 7. Wait, in fact, he was in grade 6, actually. when you memorize all of them. Still, amazing. Pat, you're amazing. And if you just look back on all the achievements you've made, you'd think that one small failure is nothing. For even by then, you'd still be the brainiac I know. Mark, I've always asked you why you wear a jacket to school even when it's hot out. And every time, you'll answer something along the lines of, you'll easily feel cold, or magbuot di ay ka. But still, I ask anyway. Sorry. I think that's our conversation ritual. Mark, there are only a few things that catch your interest, but when something does, you'll really set your mind on it. And that's better than most people I know. Julius, I know we don't really talk much, but I always feel your presence in class. You know something is really intense when Jul gets mad, because he rarely does, ever. Jul, thank you for being patient with LDV. You're like the kuya of the group. To Gino, the person who doesn't let anything stop him from speaking the truth. Although his words may not always be the sweetest to hear, but we know that what he says is really what he thinks. And most of the time, he's right. Please don't change, Jen. I'd hate to see the world kill your fighting spirit. But what am I worrying for anyways? I know you won't let that happen. Elegy, thank you for being the sastre of LDV. Who knows what we do without your skills, really. I know you'll reach far with your determination. You may be a shorty, but your guts definitely precede your body size. To Johnny, who's always so happy-go-lucky and doesn't mind being the butt of the jokes. Thank you. I know that under your positive exterior is a strong woman who always strives to get what she wants. Jang, you are a great leader. Please remember that. After all, I always look to you for second opinions. And while you may think you're overbearing at times, trust me, LTV needs it. Thea, your writing talent is superb, and I wish you think the same as I do. Chang, I await the day when I can see your name on the bestsellers list. No pressure. This is just my trust in you speaking. The way you talk in topics that you're so passionate about inspire me. So please, talk more. I think the world needs to hear your voice. To Sam, my Chinese novel buddy and my fellow weeb, thank you for accompanying me in fangirling sessions. Your recommendations bring joy to my life, and your existence does too. It's funny how one small typo that I made of your name became your universal nickname. Sma, go for what your heart desires. I know you can do it. To Atasha, how to be you po? Your calligraphy skills are amazing. And thank you too, because without you, my projects, the title of my projects wouldn't have been that much beautiful. I owe so much to you, Shane. Your diligence really inspires me. When I see you study, I also do. Not because of competition, but it's just what you do really moves me to take action. So thank you for being one of my role models. I hope we'll still be friends years from now. JM, you still look pretty when you cry. And although you do, I still wish you wouldn't, because I'd want you to be happy always. Jamar, I'll forever miss your high-pitched voice. You may think it's annoying, but for me, I think it's part of the charm of LDB. Without you, we just wouldn't be complete. Izzy, I still hope you wouldn't name your future child Bullet. Seriously. No, kidding. Delenn, you have the ability to diffuse any situation. Like the Cartolina versus Stella, remember? I think it's your gift. You have the ability to get people together. And you have such a strong sense of family and bonds that I wouldn't even be surprised if you're already crying by now. Kate, you are a strong woman. You're worth it and more. Please don't let other people make you think otherwise. You're wise beyond your years, and I always look to you for advice regarding emotional matters. because sadly, I do not possess the same emotional quotient that you have. Your fighting spirit astounds me, and I know you'll reach far in life. To Jam, thank you. I love how you're one of the first people to not think I'm intimidating. I didn't tell you this, but your words made me cry. But not the sad kind. The realization out there that someone sees me as an equal reaffirmed my own self-worth. And I thank you for that. I think that's enough reason to cry, right? Jam, while you may think positive of others, you don't seem to do the same to yourself. So I'm here to tell you that you're amazing. You understand people in ways nobody else does. And I love that about you. You affect people in ways you yourself don't even know. Your voice is a godsend, and I know that I'll be hearing news from you in the future, starring in Broadway. I know you can do it. To Shira, I have a quote for you. Slow. Minsan Wi-Fi, madalas. Yeah. However, I think that part of you is charming. Though you may be slow in jokes, you are insanely fast at understanding math concepts. Thank you for answering LDV's questions during math class. You don't get mad and really make sure that we get to understand what you're saying. This shows your patient nature, and I'm thankful you were my classmate. To Sideville, making sure that I get to sign the attendance sheet. The fire in you is infectious, and I know the rest of LDB thinks the same. Fighting! Vanessa, you're a quiet person, though I know deep down that you have tons of ideas you'd want to share with the world. Maybe that's what I want, to hear more of your voice. However, you've made great progress, and I am so proud of you for coming this far and conquering your shyness. Charmaine, together with Sheila, your voices start my day and wake me right up. I love how you don't allow other people to treat you wrong, and you are well aware of your own worth. The charm, I hope you won't change that part of you. Thank you for bringing laughter to LDV. Zai, I really respect you. Your thoughts are deep, and when you speak, you're almost always right. In front of serious matters with LDV, I'd always want to hear what you have to say about it. That's how much I trust your judgment. Zai, I know you can bring change to the world, and I'll be here if you ever need me. Thank you for being my classmates, guys. I love all of you. I wish we could have hugged and said our goodbyes in person, but I guess we'll make do with a video call for now. Look how far we've come, LDV. We once laughed at the seemingly impossible concept of 23 over 23, that all of us will get to become honors. Here we are. We made it. Who knew, right? And I'm so proud of us. Here's to hoping that our friendships will last for a lifetime. So now, we're junior high completers. What's next? We'll be leaders of tomorrow? Nah, not yet, but soon. Once again, it's a process, and it all starts with your perspective. The proverbial phrase, half full, half empty glass of water, has been used to indicate pessimism or optimism. But oftentimes, people forget that a glass of water is more than just half full and half empty. It's refillable. I'll let you think about that. Our batch had many ups and downs, but we've also had our fair share of triumphs, even more than our failures. But the down, most especially, is the cancellation of our completion ceremony. Did we get sad? Yes, of course. But when we were presented with a chance to have a virtual one, we had no second thoughts in getting it done. And that's what I love about LDV. We don't get beaten down by disappointment. Instead, we rise right back up at the next opportunity. Just like a punching bag. Instead, we're punching bags that punch back. We, the batch of 2019 to 2020, are dubbed as batch COVID-19. Yes, it's funny. Even I laugh. But on second thought, I don't think I want our batch to be defined as such. You know that batch whose dreams were put on hold and no. My fellow completers, we are not batch COVID-19. We are batch despite COVID-19. Just imagine what we'll tell our children one day of all the suffering we've had to endure. We've lived through forest fires, climate change, floods, a global pandemic. We'll soon have our own version of our parents' 5 km travel to go to school kind of thing. Furthermore, we also get to tell our children one day of how we helped. And helped how? By washing our hands, staying at home, wearing our masks, and upholding public safety first and foremost. We are all in this together. The batch 2020 will be including everyone in our prayers, and we hope that in our tiny ways, we will be able to help make a change in our world. Happiness and success don't always go hand in hand, but it's when you pursue happiness first that you attain success. And I hope that everybody here will soon find their own definitions of success by climbing up their own proverbial mountains. And on that note, congratulations to us batch despite COVID-19. Turn your can'ts into cans and your dreams into plans. Success isn't final. Failure isn't fatal. We may say goodbye, but our memories will never die. This has been with high honors and pinakagwapa si klase. Wishing you success in conquering your many mountains. Chloe Nicole Ligan Bora, signing off.